Welcome back to today's video. I'm going to be breaking down how we spend $18,000 a day on ads and the 6 ads that are derived from that. What kind of creative? Why do I use this creative? And why are these battle tested to work? So if you're a higher level entrepreneur, this is the video for you. You want to scale your spend. You want to know the structure that we use to spend $18,000 a day. This is the video for you. Right now, you might have a proven offer. It's doing very well. Sales KPIs are dictating to you to raise ad spend. Now it's time for you to capitalize on that and use that, creative pinwheel I'm going to give you, and also just keep some type of metrics in mind for how I looked at scaling my spend. Right? There's a lot of things sales team wise, ROAS wise, creative wise that will dictate these decisions. So let's hop down here to my whiteboard and I want to walk you through how we're spending this much on ads every day. Let's get to it. Okay, first things first is the way I look at campaigns is isolating one creative. A lot of times we try to put a bunch of creatives together to test them as fast as possible. But if you don't have the budget behind it, let's say you want to test 5 creatives and you're only spending $100 a day, like you're not going to get anything out of that. It's going to get $20 a day per creative. You're going to take forever to find your actual CAC, and it's going to take you forever to actually dictate that winning creative. So I always go one creative at a time. Now, how much time did it take me to get to this point? It took me a whole year of recording videos every day, editing, testing, right? Campaign structure, the right tracking, KPIs, sales decisions, product ladder, offer ideation, all these things that it took for me to get to $18,000 a day in spend. Hey, how many creatives? I have tested 120 ads isolated in my ad account. Okay, not bunched together to make myself feel like I was testing a bunch of ads at once. I put 120 ads, isolated each of them, and let them run. And, obviously the 6 that I'm going to give you were the best ones. How many salespeople? I have 7 salespeople. What we do is we have 6 people full time and then 1 salesperson that takes all the throwaway calls. So I'm this firm believer that we can't judge leads, and it's been dictated that way, that we can't judge leads based on just revenue and whatnot. So we basically will reschedule calls to closers that are, not as good to take the DQ calls or calls that we would have canceled. We still want to have sales conversations. We can still do funding. We can still put them into the products and services. And that comes out of the product ladder I was talking about before, and also the offer ideation. Coming out with new offers and products that would dictate the market to be able to afford anything from 0 to 20K. Okay, what are my show rates? 60%. It's very good, especially in today's world. Trust recessions here. Unless you want to spend 3 times more for a book call and do a whole application funnel, which I do not agree with or recommend, your show rates could be higher. But for a 2-step funnel like I have that does 1.4 million a month, like 60% show rates, I'll take it. So what does my first campaign really look like? Let's say I get one video. I'm very passionate about this video. I want to test it. Now, keep in mind, I did this 120 times. This exact structure I did 120 times to find a winning set of creatives that I'll get into that go into campaign 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now I have 30 campaigns in my ad account. But campaign 1, I've done this 120 times to find winning ad sets. So I will do ad set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And these have common interests. I isolate one interest, one creative. So, there'll be interest A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So, for example, this would be like online advertising, digital marketing, Gary Vaynerchuk, lead generation, HubSpot, Salesforce, advertising campaign, like different interests per ad set. I'm keeping the creative on the right-hand side constant throughout. It's the same creative, just segmented across 7 ad sets. Okay. So that's the way that my first campaign will look. Now I'm spending, I basically copy that image and put it on the top of this screen here. I'm putting $100 a day on each of these. Okay. And I'm looking to find what are my winners. Okay. Now, what do I base my winners off? Return on investment, not just cost per lead. A lot of advertisers do this where they only look at cost per call and cost per lead. If I have 2 campaigns and one's getting $100 a call and one's getting $300 and the $300 cost per call has a 5x return, I'm not going to stop it. It's working. But we look at cost per lead because we're so afraid of what we're spending instead of what we're making, right? And that's just like a fear-based, advertiser, business owner, marketer. Like, I need you to get out of that fear-based thinking. Look into results-based thinking. So let's say I'm spending $100 a day on 7 ads. That's $700 a day. Ad set 1, ad set 4, ad set 7 wind up winning. Well, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to cut 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm saving, $400 a day while trimming, and I'm going to up these 3. Now, what can I do with $400 a day? I can take that 400 and take this one to 150, this to 150. this to 150. And then I can take the leftover $50 and I can put into retargeting. So I'm not really spending more money. I'm optimizing the spend that I currently have, which brings me to how would we go to the next campaign? That is CBO campaign 2 down here. And the biggest premise of this campaign is that I'm taking the winning ad sets. So you see here, we had 1, 4, and 7. I'm going to take those and isolate them in a CBO, campaign budget optimization, or Advantage Plus, as you know of it now. I'm going to take that and say, all right, cool. I'm going to isolate 1, 4, and 7 and put it to its own campaign now. So now there's no 2, 3, 5, and 6 ad sets. They were losers. Now I'm going to take that campaign 2, make it a CBO, and I'm going to put it $300 a day CBO. Now I have campaign 1 running still. I have campaign 2 launched, right? And I found a clear creative that's a winner. So now I can take that creative, the C1 that I'm going to name it as, and start building out campaign 3, okay? And I'm going to put that on one of the branches. I found a winning creative that has enough progression. Now you're probably wondering, what are these 2 question marks? Those 2 question marks are going to come from running campaign 1, campaign 1B, campaign 1C, and having C2 and C3, right? I'm going to find if the C2 and C3 are winners, but maybe they're not going to be. Maybe C5 is the winner, C7. So I'm going to keep running this exact campaign up here to find my winning creatives. So maybe C5 wins and C6 wins. Maybe C2, 3, and 4 all shit the bed. That can happen. That's part of advertising. So now I'm going to find those 3 winning creatives, and I'm just going to go broad on these ad sets. And I'm going to put this at $300 a day. Now, while this is happening, guys, look at this. 150, we have 150 here, 150 here, 150 here. That's 450. Okay, right here, 750. And then right here, we're at $1,000 a day just off this framework. So really, I'm wanting you to look and find, if you want to get the 10K day in spend, you just got to find 10 winning ads. That's it. 10 winning creatives, and we overcomplicate it because, yes, obviously I know it's a lot of money. I'm not naive, but there are KPIs that will dictate how successful this can be. So here are the top categories of ads. These 6 ads that have countless amounts of times worked very well for me. So the first one is script congruency or consistency. This is where the video script itself is literally just the landing page. I'm reading off the landing page, and that's my video script, right? And this works very well because it's the same copy as the landing page. If I'm getting good conversion rates on my landing page, the first thing you should be doing is turning it into an ad itself. Second is a headline image. Okay, this is where I take the headline on my landing page, I make it nice, good font, and I slap it on a white background image. Simple Canva image, takes 10 seconds to make. I'll take that, I'll turn to a headline image, and then just test colors. That's really it, or headline graphics. From there, I can actually see through my ad account if there's new headlines I should be testing on my landing page and do an A/B split test against. Third, okay, is the whiteboard with the landing page headline on it. I will buy a physical whiteboard. You've seen some of these ads for me, and I will put the headline or what the top of the landing page looks like on the whiteboard, and I'll just poke from behind the whiteboard and go through the actual offer. It's like the landing page is on my whiteboard. Next ad is explaining math behind the offer. So there's an ad that I have where I'm like, here's the math behind why webinars are the best performing funnel in 2025. And then I break down the math. You spend $50 a day, and that's how much your lead cost is. Here's your show rates. Here's your close rates. Here's the price of your offers. Here's how much you should make. Here's the ROASs. That breakdown is doing the math for them because a lot of people are too emotional. So I like to really get some more logical buyers because even though logical buyers are harder to find, it's more scalable because they understand simple math, right? And that one does very well. Next piece is testimonials or authority-based ads. So what does that mean? Testimonials are, I have some videos where it's a retargeting ad. I'll pop up an example, but I'm in the middle of my webinars that convert challenge, and there's a testimonial literally right there on the big screen. Someone hopping on Zoom, talking good things about us. That's a testimonial plus authority. They can see all the people on Zoom. Okay. They see the nice setup. That's an authority-based ad. Okay. If I was in a really nice car and I had someone next to me and, they were a client, we have the authority of the car plus the testimonial of the client itself. And that's just a simple selfie ad. Hey, it's Jason. I'm here with Alec. Alec took our webinar offer. We got a done free webinar install from him in 14 days. And what have been the results, Alec? and you're switching the camera over. It's a simple ad, very easy to get done. Okay. And the last one is a screenshot of the landing page. So I will go on mobile. I'll do a quick example of this with you so you have like full autonomy here of what that looks like. So let's say I go to my webinars that convert landing page. Okay, I will go to this exact landing page and I will just screenshot it. And then I put it into a 1-1 formation and I will run that as the ad. So the ad will look like this, okay? It's just a screenshot of the landing page, and I'll run that as the ad because if they see that as the ad and they like it, and then they go to the next page, like, oh, wow, let's see, same thing I saw. Now we're building trust, okay? Now, the last part of this is the softwares that we use to make this all work. Like, how do we spend all this money? Why do we run a certain software versus another? You might be thinking, what's your software stack? Okay, first is Hyros. That's to get better tracking on your ads, and it actually sends the data back to Facebook to push for higher conversion value buyers. It lets you see every single ad set, every single creative. What's your ROAS on the actual video itself? Not just the campaign level, but it goes into ad set and ad levels. And that gives you a lot of data to make the right decisions. Second is Go High Level. We use that as our CRM. That's also our project management software on top of using Monday and ClickUp. Okay. Go High Level is how we manage the pipeline, how we manage the leads, how we text, how we go through reschedules and cancels and show rates and reporting numbers to Google Sheets. That's our main software. Third is OpenSend. OpenSend's really cool. OpenSend, we've scooped up a lot of buyers through OpenSend. And what it is it's a line of code that you put on your website. And every single visitor that visits it, I can pull your email without you opting in. And yes, it's all 100% legal. And now I can send you retargeting campaigns of emails, right? If you went there and didn't book a call. So you can go to my website right now. If you don't book, you'll get an email from my OpenSend ESP and it will email you saying, hey, I saw you're trying to check out. It's better than a retargeting ad. So fourth is Leadfi. And Leadfi is a software that based on your email, I can actually pull credit data. It's all legal. Okay, I can see what your credit score is because you probably use that email and Credit Karma, Experian, all these things. I can see how much is left on your credit card. I can see what your credit lines are. I can see even retirement accounts, all these things just from your email. So it's really cool. And I pay like $3 per lead to get that information spout out to me. Okay, next is Active Campaign. That's the best ESP out there for sending out emails. I don't believe in any of these other email providers. Ontraport, Constant Contact, MailChimp, they're all dog shit, okay? Active Campaign's the best at scale to get really good emails into the primary, good deliverability, good management. It is more expensive, but you got to pay to play. Next is Zapier. All of our email automations, all of our segmentation, all of our pipeline stuff. That's all done through Zapier. And then for the sales team, we use Kendo AI. Kendo AI is a tool where you can upload sales calls, upload appointment sets, and you can have your team actually do role playing live with a live robot prospect. That was the exact prospect that you spoke to. It's crazy stuff. It's really cool. So I hope this good breakdown of how we spend $18,000 a day was of value to you. If you are a higher level business owner, you're scaling past $1,000 a day, you want to have these systems implemented in the business, let me and my senior team take that over for you. So in the description, there's a Calendly link. You can click that link in the description, book a call. Also in the comment section, we pinned it as a comment as well. So I can't wait to look forward to speaking to you, have you a part of Wojo Media, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.